got a red dot, folks. Welcome back to Akron's hottest and fastest growing show. 3 years ago, I'm your host, Hank Forster, coming to you live from Wingfoot Lake State Park in, is it Montgomery? Suffield.
Suffield.
In Suffield. Oh, how far am I from Dumas Meats? Like 5 minutes?
Ooh.
Yes.
Easily,
Okay.
yeah, just 5.
All right, so Wingfoot Lake State Park, and you can see right behind us, right over here, is the Wingfoot Lake Pavilion Air Dock for the blimp. This is where they're based. So whenever they're doing operations in Northeast Ohio, it's happening from right there, okay? But I am here today to talk to Brian and Sarah. Brian and Sarah, how are you guys?
Great, thanks.
All right, so we are going to talk all about Camp Quality Ohio, okay? Camp Quality, and we're going to find out all about this program and tell you guys more about it. I'm going to hop over here behind the camera so I can interview you guys. All right, so hi guys, how are you?
Hi.
All right, so tell me, well, first of all, I always ask, give us your 330 story. All right, so we'll start with you, Brian. You know, did you grow up here, go to school, yada yada yada? Tell us about you.
Yeah, I pretty much lived in the Akron area my whole life. I grew up in Akron, went to high school, graduated from Akron U. I currently live in Brimfield, so I'm just right down the road, and I work on the fire department in Cuyahoga Falls.
Nice. Okay, and Sarah?
Yeah, I grew up right here in Suffield. Graduated from Field High School, went on to Stark State, and currently my family and I live in Greene, Ohio.
Okay, so now let me show some of the things here as Camp Quality USA. Okay, so Camp Quality, there's a history there. So whichever one of you would like to tell us about it, tell us what is Camp Quality.
Yeah, go ahead. Brian's been around
Yeah.
Camp Quality for a really long time, so I'm going to let him take this one.
So Camp Quality is year-round support where we have a summer camp and year-round events and support the families of pediatric cancer. We work with the local hospitals. We try to have the week-long summer camp along with 6 other events throughout the year just to show that there's support out there. It's like a family around here, and just like our slogan says, letting kids with cancer be kids again.
Show that real quick. Okay. All right, so how long have you been involved with it?
So this will be my 22nd year with camp. Right now I'm the summer camp director, so when we get to the week of camp, I'm the director there, and Sarah's my assistant. And then the other 51 weeks of the year, she's the director, and I get to be her assistant.
All right, so Sarah, how long have you been a part of the program?
I've been a part of the program for 7 years now. Camp Quality Ohio originally started in 1996, so this will be our 26th year.
Okay.
But there's about 17 other camps throughout the United States, so we're just one of 17 under our national organization.
All right, so now typically you guys, when you have these camps, first of all, the support goes on throughout the whole course of the entire year. But when you do the actual physical camp, you find a location, and how long does it take? Is it a week-long event? How does that work?
Yeah, the camp itself is the campers come and they check in with their families on Sunday, and then we go the whole week, and then they leave Saturday. So the parents will come in Saturday. We like to do an opening ceremony that involves the parents and the families, and also the closing ceremony that involves the families. The other thing that separates us from a lot of the other camps is we allow siblings to come to camp too, as well as the patient themselves.
Okay. So now, obviously, you rotate the campgrounds throughout the years, okay? But last year was your first year you had to deal with the pandemic, and you made it a virtual experience. So, Sarah, can you talk us through what was that like running that virtually?
Yeah, absolutely. We tried to make it feel as much as we could like camp. And I'm going to talk a little bit. All of the kids got program cards. So each day there's activities, there's crafts, there's nature immersion. They got a backpack that was filled with all of the things that they would need. It had crafts, it had their t-shirt, it had some fun brand items, it had nature things that they go out and do. And then they were able to meet with us via Zoom. We had a morning meeting, just like we did every morning at our in-person camp. We tried to do a lot of the same programs. The Hope Dogs came out and were on Zoom with us, and the kids got to see the dogs and ask questions. We had our remembrance ceremony online. We did cabin meetings, so that was a big deal. All the kids, when we're in-person camp, are split up into cabins. we did the same exact thing virtually. And at night, all the different age groups and boys cabins, girls cabins got to meet with their companions, and they played games, they did trivia, they did all kinds of activities. And even some of the teenagers, just you would find they would be just hanging out, just chatting with each other, wanting that interaction, even just through Zoom.
Okay. So I'll show, these are some of the pictures from over the years you have here on the trifold. All right. So, so now you're right on the cusp of, we keep using this word, the new normal, right? So we were right at, it was really hard for anybody that was running anything that would be a summer program to make advanced decisions based on the information that we had in hand. So when did you guys decide to make it a virtual experience again this year?
So this year they came down, it was our national board, you know, they were going through a lot of meetings, they were meeting with all of our doctors, our insurances, all that, and the decision came down probably, I would say, in March.
Okay.
They wanted to hold on and hope things would start changing as long as possible.
Right.
But just afterwards, we, you know, with the community that we serve, it was the right decision to stay virtual.
Yeah, just from a cautionary standpoint. And so, okay, so you made a decision. So then once again, now you go into the second year now doing it virtually. So you've got that previous experience of having done it before. So I would assume that you can enhance it and have things run more smoothly this year. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. And what we get to do this year, which is different from last year, is we get to add an in-person element where they get to actually come and pick up their backpacks. We'll be able to see them in a socially distanced, safe way. We have a lot of safety precautions put into place, but just getting to have that, getting to see them, getting to be in the same space that they're in, giving them a taste of what they'll see at camp, and opening their backpacks with them, and just really doing some fun activities and getting outdoors. That's going to be another fun element. And we have these amazing curriculum writers all over the country in our organization, and we're lucky enough in Ohio, Caitlin is our program coordinator, and she wrote the curriculum for our upper elementary and our middle school kids, you know, to really just have her finger on the pulse of all the activities they're going to do for the week.
Now, that's why we're here, right? So tell us about Wingfoot Lake and how that's going to incorporate.
So the kickoff event, the day that Sarah says they're going to come do some activities and they're going to pick up their bags for the virtual week, is going to start here. You know, it's a beautiful location. If you've never been here, I recommend checking it out. It's got lots of pavilions. It's obviously outdoor, which was one of the criteria for having the in-person event. And we're able to space out and you know, have different stations. We're going to do some craft stations. We're going to do some team building stations, and just like Sarah said, you know, we haven't been able to get together for a year, so now we can finally get together, see each other in person, you know, give out hugs, you know, and get back to, like you said, the new norm.
Yep. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going to be in that welcome packet. So Sarah, if you want to talk us through that.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll get their program cards, which will kind of walk them through every single day of what they're going to do. We have their memory books. This isn't our new t-shirt, but stay tuned. We're going to have a beautiful new t-shirt.
Okay.
They're going to have their sunglasses. They're going to get all their craft items inside those bags. This year's theme is Thrive. So it's not about whether we survive, but how we thrive. So lots of fun things coming out this year, and will be ready in your backpack.
So how do kids get involved?
Go ahead.
Actually, you know, just once they hear about us, or we're trying to get into the hospitals and, you know, get our name and information out there, they just have to sign up. My lovely wife is camper registration, so when I say this is a family affair, it really truly is. And that's it. That's all that qualifies you to get involved with camp. You know, if you hear about us through someone or the hospital, just reach out. We want to get as many people involved as we can that's affected with pediatric cancer.
Now, I don't know you, but can I guess that your wife's name is Kelly?
You can guess that, yes.
There's a reason I say that, because I'm watching the comments scroll by right now. Okay. All right. So there's a bunch of people watching. All right. So next question then is there a cost associated? How does that work for the kids?
That's a great question. everything that we provide, all of our programming is 100% no charge to our families. So we're thankful. We have great donors. We have a nice base of volunteers that come out and give their time. So yeah, everything that we do is 100% free for our families.
All right, so that brings the next question, which is if people, Kelly just laughed at that one. If people want to get involved as far as volunteering, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, we are excited this year. Last year it wasn't an option, but we are allowed to recruit new volunteers this year. We have a training session on our website, which is campqualityusa.org/OH for Ohio. There's a registration link both for campers and for volunteers. And you can sign up there. Our volunteer coordinators, Destiny and Shelly, will reach out to you. We'll get you registered. It's a short 2-hour training just to get you acclimated to the plans. We'll do a quick interview just to get to know you a little better, but we're really excited because our volunteers can now grow and become more a part of the program this year, and that just wasn't an option in 2020.
All right, so one of the folks that's watching right now that's affiliated with this, if you wouldn't mind just popping in the comment section that link. That way people can check that out and can get involved if they want to do so. All right, so when's it start this year?
July 25th.
Okay, so July 25th, runs for a week. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's plenty of time for people to get involved still. All right. Do you have a timing as far as when that initial meet and greet is going to take place?
It's going to be held on the 25th.
Okay.
Registration will close on June 25th. So about a month out, so we have time to get ready and be prepared. But,
okay.
Yep, the kickoff will be on July 25th.
And is it going to be like an open house, or how's that work as far as that day?
For that day, just one thing, if you do want to get involved with training, our next training is June 13th. That's an important one to mark on your calendar. What we have to do is we're going to break down all the families that sign up into 3 different groups so we can rotate. So you'll start one station if you're group 1 and move to the next. That way we still can follow the limitations of our national rules and get as many people involved as possible.
Now, how many kids were part of it last year?
We had 88 kids registered last year.
And because you are Camp Quality Ohio, it's not just Akron, it's not just Canton. They're coming from all over the place, right?
All over the place, yeah.
Okay.
And we're even seeing this year, there's not a camp presence in Pennsylvania. So many of the families in Pennsylvania are coming over to Ohio hospitals, and they're hearing about us. So we do have a couple Pennsylvania families this year.
Even Steelers fans, huh?
Right. No. We should ask that question, right?
All right, guys. Well, that pretty much is it as far as my questions. Is there any last words that you would like to share with everybody?
Yeah, I just want to say, thank you for taking the time to interview us. A big shout out to our team, our camp organizing committee. We wouldn't be here without them. She mentioned Caitlin, our programs coordinator. Just everyone involved on the team is phenomenal. We have a fundraising team, an outreach team to help spread our cause. And if you guys are watching or if you're not, thank you guys so much for putting us in place to be here.
Sarah, anything?
Yeah, I just echo that. Wouldn't be possible with all of our volunteers. They truly give their hearts and their time to our organization, and we just wouldn't be able to do it without any of them. And it's exciting that we're going to be able to really make that a bigger team this year.
Well, guys, thank you so much for having me out and allowing us to share this story. We really appreciate everything that you do, especially for the kids and their families. Obviously, it's a tough situation in life, and you guys spread sunshine, and it's fantastic. So we really appreciate your story.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
So, folks, as far as I'm concerned, as far as 330 to go, I don't have anything planned live yet coming up this week, except for me getting my hair cut on Thursday, where we talk Brown Steelers in the barbershop. That'll be fun. So stay classy, Akron. Stay classy, Canton. Until then, I don't know where I'm going, but there ain't no sense of being late. Everybody out there, say goodnight, Shirley.
Good night,
Shirley.